Okay, so welcome to the review of this Redmi Note 8. Let's see, obviously, contents of the box. Here's your SIM ejector tool on the top there. In this edition, there is a free case. Always good. This is a pre-used device. So the usual books and stuff is in here, pretty much. Little packets that the phone obviously came in the case. With this being a used device, we're hoping that all the contents are in the box. Double check that. There you go. Charger, USB Type-C. Charger is 18 watt fast charger. That's good to have that in the box. I've got to say, put the phone there. Looks in pretty much good condition, as does the cable. Now 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, USB Type-C cable there. Let's have a look at this. It is a lovely colour. I don't know, the camera maybe doesn't do that justice. It's called Moonlight White, but there's a shimmer in it. And the quad camera setup, fingerprint sensor there. 4 lenses, 48 megapixel, and then you've got all your different modes. Metal sides, IR blaster, microphone, volume up and down, power, USB Type-C, dual mics there, headphone jack, speaker, the slot for the SD card, and the 2 micro nano SIMs. There's a dual SIM variant. Let's move this to the side. Let's see if I've got any. There's a number of ways to open this phone. There's Face ID, which you can see is pretty quick. I just picked my face up there. We'll do that again. Boom, that's pretty quick. There's also the fingerprint. Boom, that's pretty quick. Oh. Boom, that's pretty quick too. Hey, let's just slot this thing in the case just now, just to let you see the effect of that. Also, the case will help you with fingerprint placement. I'll show you that. Man, it's a tight case. And it's got a little flap there to protect the charge port. That is clever. Redmi branding on the phone, just here subtly. And there's a little bit of Redmi branding there. Because the fingerprint is so absolutely flush, there, that case helps your finger just find that. And then, when you're in, it is, I've got to say, a tremendous UI. It's interesting for a number of reasons. If you've ever held an iPhone 10 in your hand, the feel of this and the look of it as well, incredibly similar. What's powering this is 4 gigs of RAM, like I said, 64 gigs of storage, but you've got an SD card slot for expandable memory. That is a must. You also can port your stuff across. Very, very good value for money. Pick these up, £100, £115, even less than that just now. IPS screen, the resolution, 1080 by 2340, 6.3 inch. It's not AMOLED, it's IPS, but the front and the back are Gorilla Glass 5. That is value for money. scratch resistance, etc. You're talking like excellent. Now, the Snapdragon 665 chipset that's on this, it's not the fastest chipset in the world, but because of the battery and the way the RAM management works, we'll show you that if we go in here. We've got a few apps open. You see there's a split screen mode, there's cleaner, security scan, deep clean, and all the rest of it. But if we clear remember there's 4 gigs of RAM, 356 megabytes. It's very, very RAM management friendly, so you're hardly using any of the RAM up. You can have like umpteen apps open, and it's fast. It's not the fastest, it's not going to be, but it opens up and it plays and scrolls. It's only a 60 Hz scroll. It's very, very good. Swipe gestures enabled. On this, you've got this Google enabled feature where you can slide on the miui, so you can have these little shortcuts. Now they're quite handy, but the one I use the most is the Microsoft News feed. It's basically Microsoft News, and it populates all the stories in your local area. Very good for looking at the news and then finding stories to have a look at, and then opening up stories, having a read. Just keeps you informed. Does everything. It works out what you're watching and looking at and populates it, so you get some pretty good feed. I actually prefer Microsoft News to the Google feed. Now, things that are cool on this phone is the MIUI software. So if we swipe down, we get our notifications, and it's pretty straightforward there. It's very clean, cool interface. You've got your settings and alarms there, so you can go in and you can have lock screen notifications, floating notifications, and badges. So badges are, if you're on an iPhone, badges are, I'll try and get you a couple of badges. I'm about to have one app with a badge on it, surely to goodness. At the moment I don't have, but what happens is the little circle comes in saying Facebook, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many notifications you're missing, which on an Android phone is genius. It doesn't at the moment. I've not enabled it. You can see there, you can also download videos if you use the Mi browser, and you can have that set. You don't have to have it set as your default browser. It can be as like a backup browser. Whoa! So what you can do is have that there, and you still use your Google Chrome or whatever other browser you use. I recommend using Duck and Go, as it's a secure browser. Very good. I'm not getting any payments from them, but Duck and Go browser is very good. Now, like if you're on the screen here and you swipe down here, you get your notifications, but you want your actual notification shade. There it is there. So you've got like your brightness toggle. You've got on auto, you've got, if you swipe down again, you've got all your shortcuts. We've got Bluetooth on, mobile connection on, flashlight. Like I say, this is a dual SIM. Battery saver, do not disturb, obviously for at night. Reading mode, hit reading mode. It makes it kind of like it's very, very much like an iPhone. I know I shouldn't really say that, but Redmi really knocked it out of the park with this one, because if you gave this to someone with an iPhone X, the feel, the in-hand feel, the smooth metallic sides, the whole look of it, it's so like an Android phone, but feels like an iPhone, if you know what I mean. Themes. I don't think people talk about me themes enough, but the themes on this are incredible. So now they've added a dark mode. So if you like your dark modes, you can download themes that are just purely for keeping your phone dark mode enabled. So you can customize everything from the lock screen to like the home screen to like animations and the whole text stuff in here. So if you want to download it, you just download. It may, because it's a Premiere one, sometimes an ad pops in. Not all the time, and in this case it's not doing it. So what happens is this just downloads to your phone, and you can just, it is truly a customization feature that is underrated. I'll show you now. So if you go back into here, you see how you get down the bottom here, you get themes, wallpapers, ringtones. Yeah, ringtones as well. I'll show you though. You go into profile if you download anything. So you can check out nature categories top. Let's see, top. This is like trending ringtones. I think you can listen to them. Oh, that's for setting. So let's, there you go. There's hundreds in here. Good sound out of this thing. You can get some sound from the top, the bottom. Very good sound quality. So, you know, once you've downloaded what you want to download, go into your profile, and then, yeah, you see you've got 27 wallpapers, 62 ringtones, the themes. Here's what we've got. So we've got the classic MIUI. We'll show you that in a minute. Insane Blue, Line, and Limitless. Limitless is like the stock one. Update available for one theme, so that's good. Keeps them updated. But the animations on this, I've actually slowed down the animations. So I think I can show you on the lock screen. Swipe up to unlock. I've actually turned the animations off, which is in the settings. If we go into the settings, you'll see there's settings. We're running 25 gigs occupied out of the 64. MIUI 12, which is the all sing and dancing latest version. It is the Redmi Note 8. And this is where you get all your stuff. So in here, there's loads of settings. There's one thing about this is the settings menu in the dark mode does make a huge difference. And for value for money, these phones just knock it out the park. I'm going to talk about the camera just now, but I just thought I'd show you some of the settings. Because you get, obviously, security status, find device, it's got everything you want in it. Bluetooth, we've got that on just now, nothing connected. Display, there you go. Dark mode, light mode. You can see how iPhone-esque this is. You can even schedule dark mode, but we've got it constantly on dark mode. More dark mode options. Adjust the wallpaper for dark mode and adjust backgrounds automatically. So we have that set on that. Color scheme. Auto, saturated, or that's your color temp. I mean, we just keep it on auto. It kind of like saves battery. I was going to see if they have anything on. It's not got. It's 60 Hz anyway. It's refresh rate plenty enough. Loading apps, things like that. I mean, it ain't. Can't beat a bit of the Beastie Boys. We'll stop that because we'll probably get a. What are you doing using music? But yeah, so you can see in the white when Facebook is better on, I think Facebook just looks nicer on the white background rather than the dark mode. The screen's very good. And like I say, everything populates in. You can have, you can see how much is running there. On a 4 gig phone, it ain't going to annoy you, it ain't slowing. Let's have a look at the camera. You can even do hold to shoot to burst feature, which is like, you know, when they take massive shots. So what we've got here is a wide angled lens, and you can see the difference when you go into one, zooms in. We'll take a photo, and then you've got ×2, which is like the zoom. Meant to say to you, it doesn't come with headphones, but wired headphones, obviously with the headphone jack, that is a killer feature. Portrait mode, you have more. Video pro mode, it has a night mode, but it's kind of hidden, so it even has that. They did a lot of updates on the photo side. So if we go portrait and we go so we'll show you that in the gallery. Let's have a look. The miui is completely, really, these are some photos that I took on it. The detail level it is, I don't think you can see that when we zoom in there. It is sharp, and that is the wide angle. So you can really, even with that, the detail level is quite incredible. And you can see there on the box, the detail level on the text, everything like that. That was not the zoomed in one, that was the far away one. And if we zoom in, you can see the detail on that. And the colours are good. So, and there's the photo zoomed in, you can see that. Blurs the background. Hey, for £100, the camera on this it does a job, and it's good. The mic's good, the colour's good. It doesn't like overly pop. The wide angle, I mean, it looks a little bit distorted there, I would agree, but you're talking like value for money. And daily tasks, all the rest of it, like speed wise, scrolling, smooth. Look, I mean, it is smooth. It's the RAM management that's amazing. Right, look. How many we got open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, lost that there. Hang on. About 9, right? 9 apps. So if we close them, 314 megabyte. That was all that was taken up. That is where this phone is kicking it. Since it's been upgraded to MIUI 12, this thing has got to be the bargain buy of the decade. Where else can you get a £100 phone that actually, if you pulled that out your pocket and someone saw that, even in the case, they're thinking, no way did you pay £100 for that phone. And if you rock it without the case, the metal sides are beautiful. IR blaster as well for remote TV control. What more do you want? When you're in Witherspoons, there's nothing more annoying than not being able to watch that channel on the TV that you want to watch. Look how fast the Face ID is, and that was from quite a way back. So you can change the TV channels and everything in Witherspoons when you're having your pint. Impress your mates. Don't see an iPhone doing that, do you? So the Redmi Note 8. Pick it up. from the likes of CEX. They have some, I think, left, but at the price they had them at, I think they'll fly out the door. You can see web browsing, speed, loading, everything. Very, very good. Let's see if they've got any left. Redmi Note 8. Go. Rendering everything. There you go, there's a few coming up. Why not? We'll add it. Right, so let's have a look, see what they've got. Right, so there's Redmi Note 8 Pro even, 145, but 2 gigs extra RAM. It also does this, when you're adding an app, it scans it to make sure that it's safe, which is a fantastic feature to have, but we want to go back to what we were looking at. Right, so Redmi Note 8T, 4 gigs of RAM, 145, not real. There you go, Redmi Note 8, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs, space black. They've got them at 125. I got this for 115. You can search. You can see I must have got a good deal because there you go. There it is there. £115. Moonlight White unlocked. Well, ask yourself this. The Moonlight White is absolutely gorgeous at 115. So why the heck would you pay for the Neptune Blue or the black an extra 10 or 20 quid? It doesn't make sense, does it? Same phone, just different colour. Yeah, so this has got to be the bargain phone since the MIUI 12 update. And battery life, everything like that, 71%. It was at 100% this morning when I took it off charge at about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's now 11 o'clock, not even used 30% of the battery, and we've been hammering it all day. So you can see the scrolling speed on that. Thanks for watching. Bendy thumb love as normal. Any other phones you want to see reviewed, hit me in the comments and I'll try and get them and review them. But call quality, everything you need, mics, earpiece, the lot. This thing just knocks it out the park.